everything may have just changed. If you ask me, Willow is putting her entire existence, her freedom, and her future on the line right now. She is aiming straight at Michael. And she is not playing games. We are looking at a situation where a mother, a wife, and a supposed saint is betting her own life to take down the man who has protected her for years. You might be wondering how we even got here. You might be asking why Michael has not completely destroyed her yet. We all know Michael has the power. We all know he holds enough secrets to bury Willow forever. But he has been holding back. He has been sitting in the shadows, taking the hits, and staying quiet. Why? Because of Wiley and Amelia. Michael is a father first. He is looking at his children and realizing that if he pulls the trigger on Willow's secrets, the mother of his kids goes straight to a Pentonville prison cell. He does not want his children to grow up visiting their mother behind reinforced glass. He is swallowing his pride, his anger, and his vengeance to keep his family intact. He has restrained himself in ways we have never seen a Corinthos do before. But that mercy, that hesitation, that is exactly what Willow is using as a weapon against him. She sees his love for the kids not as a strength, but as a fatal weakness. And she is ready to exploit it to the absolute maximum. Here is where things get messy. I strongly suspect that Willow has been planning to frame Michael for the shooting of Drew for a very long time. Her previous attempts failed. She could not get the pieces to align. But this time is entirely different. Schwint nai Zundern Schwint kak, and now the dominoes are falling in a terrifying direction. What truly makes my blood run cold is that Willow seems to have completely manipulated Drew. Yes, the same Drew she wanted to eliminate. The same Drew she was terrified of just days ago. If Drew decides to stand by Willow's side, the entire dynamic of Port Charles shifts overnight. He was her victim, and now he might be her greatest ally. But wait, it gets worse. Willow is not just manipulating one man. She is building an absolute syndicate. If you ask me, we are about to witness the formation of the most dangerous alliance in recent history. Willow, Drew, Jack Brennan, Nina Reeves, and even Liesl Obrecht. They are forming a united, impenetrable front with one single devastating goal: making Michael take the fall for Drew's shooting. This is not just about sending Michael to prison. This is a calculated, cold-blooded operation to wipe away every single ounce of suspicion that ever pointed at Willow. She wants to walk away clean while her husband rots in a cell. Guys, this is where it gets interesting. Think about the resources this new syndicate has. Think about Jack Brennan. He is a top-tier WSB agent. He breathes espionage, corruption, and forgery. If Brennan is truly standing in Willow's corner, fabricating a bulletproof case against Michael is child's play for him. He can manipulate satellite imagery. He can forge digital footprints, fake bank transfers, and plant burner phones that point directly to Michael's office. He can make it look like Michael hired a hitman or pulled the trigger himself to take full control of Aurora Media and ELQ. Brennan has the entire playbook of the WSB at his fingertips. And with Nina's endless bank accounts funding the operation, and Liesl Obrecht ready to provide any untraceable medical or chemical evidence they might need, Michael is walking blindfolded into a slaughterhouse. And then everything spiraled. Imagine the scene. The PCPD kicking down the doors of the Quartermain mansion, ADA Justine Turner slamming a stack of perfectly forged WSB documents on the interrogation table. Michael sitting there, realizing that his mercy, his desire to protect Wiley and Amelia, was the exact thing that allowed Willow to dig his grave. The walls will close in so fast he will not even have time to call a lawyer before the cuffs are on. The evidence will look flawless. The narrative will be perfect. The devoted wife weeping as her ruthless mob-connected husband is dragged away for trying to murder his own uncle. It is a masterpiece of destruction. But that is not even the biggest surprise, because if you think Michael is going to fight this war alone, you are out of your mind. If this conflict truly detonates, the entire Corinthos Empire is going to wake up. He still has Carly. He still has Sonny. And he still has Jason Morgan. Do you honestly believe that Carly Spencer is going to sit back and watch her son get framed and shipped off to Pentonville? Carly will go absolutely feral. She will bypass the police, she will bypass the law, and she will burn Port Charles to the ground to protect Michael. Sonny has the entire criminal underworld at his disposal. He has politicians, judges, and enforcers on his payroll. And Jason has survived WSB captivity. Jason knows exactly how agents like Brennan operate. Jason will go to war without a second thought. What happened next may be even worse for Willow's carefully constructed syndicate. Because there is a massive, game-changing wild card about to drop into the middle of this battlefield. Enter Hudson. We have all been watching this mysterious business executive arrive in town. We have all been wondering who he is truly looking for and what his agenda is. I do not believe his arrival is a coincidence. Not for a single second. I have a theory that is going to blow your mind. I suspect that Hudson is going to be the ultimate deciding factor in this brutal war between Michael and Willow. Let us take it a step further. I am putting a massive, bold theory on the table right now. What if Hudson is Michael's secret half-brother? What if Hudson shares a hidden, undeniable bloodline with the Corinthos family? Just think about the implications. It is the only logical explanation for why a billionaire executive with mysterious connections would suddenly step into the crossfire of a mob family's domestic war. If Hudson is a Corinthos, he is not just a businessman. He is a shark. He possesses financial resources, political leverage, and global influence that makes even the WSB look small. If this theory holds true, Hudson is going to be the one who shatters Willow's perfect plan. He is the one who will track down the invisible links in Brennan's forged document. Hudson's corporate espionage team will hunt down the digital footprints that Brennan thought he erased. Hudson will find the exact moment the evidence was planted. He will expose the fake paper trail. He will prove to the entire city that Michael was set up from the very beginning. Imagine Hudson walking into the Metro court, staring Brennan dead in the eye, and sliding a folder across the table. A folder that proves Brennan's entire WSB forgery is a lie. But Hudson will not stop there. I can completely envision Hudson walking straight into Sonny's office. The tension in the room would be suffocating. Hudson revealing his true identity, his true bloodline, and offering his hand in an alliance. Hudson, Carly, Sonny, and Jason forming an unstoppable, terrifying coalition. Two massive empires colliding in the streets of Port Charles. This will no longer be a simple criminal investigation. This will escalate into a full-blown war between two dominant factions. On one side, you have Willow, Drew, Brennan, Nina, and Liesel relying on WSB tricks and deception. On the other side, you have the raw, unbridled power of the Corinthos cartel, backed by Hudson's limitless global influence. The fallout will be catastrophic. Willow thought she could play the game better than the people who invented it. She thought she could use Michael's love for his children as a weapon and walk away untouched. But if Hudson truly is a Corinthos, and if he brings his empire to defend his brother, Willow's syndicate is going to crumble. The fake evidence will be exposed. The lies will unravel. And the people who tried to lock Michael away will find themselves staring down the barrel of a family that does not forgive and absolutely never forgets. Every single secret is about to be dragged into the light. Every single alliance is going to be tested in fire. Willow is standing on the edge of a cliff, completely unaware that the ground beneath her is already collapsing. The trap she set for Michael is about to snap shut on her own leg. But the real question is, When Hudson finally reveals who he truly is, who will be the first to fall? A massive secret is about to break. A flawless plan is about to shatter. And someone is not going to survive the fallout. You absolutely cannot miss what happens next.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.